recording. So I am recording this class. So if you are busy or cannot come tonight, that's okay. We are recording this so you can listen to this class and you can not miss classes now if we can record it. It's always better if you can come so we can talk and join groups, but it's totally okay if there's a night or two that you cannot, then you can listen to the recording if this works. We will see. Okay, so tonight we are going to spend this week, Monday, and then class on Wednesday, finishing our resumes. Okay, so tonight and Wednesday, after Wednesday, you will have all you need to finish your resume, which is really, really cool. Okay, so we finished our summaries, right? So tonight we are going to talk about finishing depends on how far and how much time we have, but our skills, we're going to talk about skills and our experience, our work history. Okay, so our skills and our experience. And then on Wednesday, we will talk about your education, your volunteer leadership experience, and then we will put it into a resume, okay? The one that I sent you, I looked at it again and I decided that I did not like it. So I will do something different and I will send you something. You can also go online and type in like resume template, Template. A template is like a format and you can get different ideas. Some of them cost money. I really don't know, but I have one that works really well that I will send that is free. So if you cannot find one online, you can always just use mine. That's fine too, and it works. They're all pretty similar. So, hello Gonzalo, hi Yisel.
Hi.
Good to see you guys. I'm glad that you're here. We are just talking about how everyone finished their summaries. Good job. And tonight we are going to talk about your skills and your experience, or your work history is your experience. And then on Wednesday, we will finish with education and a couple other things and put it into a resume format on Wednesday. Okay, so tonight, let's get started. So your summaries are done. If you are not happy with them or you have more questions, we can always change them. Always, always, always. But for now, you all have very, very good summaries to start. Okay, so I am going to share my screen. Just a moment. And we are going to start by talking about our skills for a resume. Okay, so a couple of things, just a moment, I'm gonna change this. Okay, so a couple of things. We talked in level 4 and we reviewed in level 5 what soft skills and hard skills are. Okay, so for example, soft skills are patience, motivation, flexibility, drive or driven. You are motivated. The word driven and motivated is the same, very similar. Active listener, right? You can listen well, take instruction. Those are soft skills. Okay. A hard skill, for example, would be accounting, engineering, banking, healthcare, different certificates that you have. So your hard skills are going to look different from each other, very different. Okay, and I can send you this Word document if you need it, but it's good to write down notes right now as we are thinking too, but I can also send it. Okay, so when I was doing research for you guys to think about what skills should you put on a resume, okay, in 2020, this year, and last year, 2019, these were the top skills to put on a resume. the best ones that employers looked for. They were teamwork, leadership, communication, computer skills, and time management, managing your time. Okay. Now, each soft skill that you put on your resume, remember what job you are applying for. Okay. So if you're a teacher, for example, teamwork is going to be really a good one. Patience is going to be a good one, right? Think about your job. If you are an engineer, maybe computer skills are a really good one, or teamwork, you know, like these are all really, really good ideas, but you have to remember the job you are applying for. And I want you on your resume to be honest. If you're not really great at time management, don't put that. Because when you start the job, they're going to think, oh, Jim put time management on his resume. He's going to be really, really good. And then Jim takes 3 hours to eat his lunch. And they say, what? Where's your time management? And you say, oh, I just wrote that because it sounded really good. Right? They aren't going to be very happy. So if one of these, you're like, honestly, that's not a skill I have, don't put it down. Don't write it down, okay? But these are just ideas, okay? So these are the top skills for 2019 and 2020. Some soft skills that are important are patience, motivation, flexibility, drive, active listening, okay? Then hard skills, okay? So other examples to look at for soft skills. So I wrote, there are many soft skills that you can include in your resume, okay? Here's a quick list of probably the most important ones, okay? And remember, on your resume, you are going to put 3 or 4 soft skills and 3 or 4 hard skills in your skill section. You should have 6, 7, or 8 skills in total. Okay, for your skills section. So here are some soft skills that when I was doing research, I saw these skills often. Okay, so then I wrote like whatever. So it says problem solving. That's one skill that people look for, employers look for. So no matter what the job is, eventually something will go wrong. Employers want to know that you are capable of coming up with a solution, of having a solution, of solving something. Okay, so problem solving. The word critical thinking. Do you know what critical thinking is? To think critically means to think quickly and to think through a problem in the best way. Okay, so critical thinking skills. So a really quick example, right? If you drop your water bottle on the floor, okay, on a hard floor, and water spills all over, right? And you go and get a vacuum cleaner, get a vacuum, and you try and vacuum the water. That is not critical thinking. Right? The vacuum cleaner is not going to get the water, right? You need a mop. You need something to clean the water, a towel. Okay, so that's a really easy example to think, wow, that was not critical thinking. I tried to use a vacuum cleaner to clean water. That is not critical thinking. Okay, so critical thinking is like mopping is, right? So it's using your skills, your thoughts to think what is the best way to handle this situation. So a new way, you're creative. Critical thinking means you come up with innovative things, creative ways to solve problems, and quick creative things. So your employers are looking for you to be a critical thinker, to help solve problems quickly and correctly with good ideas. So that's another soft skill you could put. flexibility. Do you know the word to be flexible, flexible, right? To be flexible if something goes wrong. They want you to be dynamic. Veronica, you put that in your summary, and that was a good word. Dynamic and adaptable. Okay, those are cognates in Spanish. Those are words that mean you can quickly, if a situation goes wrong or does something that you were not expecting, you can solve the problems. You can use your ability to come up with a different result. Okay, so you are flexible.
Flexibility, it has to do with the time.
With time?
Yeah, with the schedule of works.
Yeah, it can. Yes. Like if you are supposed to start a meeting and it goes later, you say, oh, that's okay. I can be flexible. But it also just means like you're adaptable to any situation. If something happens, you're not like, no, I have to do it my own way. No, you can be flexible and know that things will change. Like coronavirus came and we had to be flexible and go to Zoom, right? If you said, no, I will not learn English unless I'm in a classroom. I will only learn English in a classroom. You're not being flexible, right? Yeah. You have to be flexible and adapt to your situation. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Flexibility, it's a soft skill. I'm not good at it, honestly.
Why?
You are a type A personality, someone who likes things to be the same every day. You are not a flexible person. I struggle with being flexible, but it's a very good thing to have. So if you have it, good. Communication is another soft skill. Being able to communicate with your boss, with your coworkers, with your customers, right? In emails, verbally, calling, communicate. That's a big one. Big. Okay. Teamwork. We all know teamwork. We are a good team, right? Working with other people, knowing that you can be successful in a team environment. Okay, that's another one. Organization is another one. Organizing your time, your tasks, your projects, managing your time, right? Having a good time management, getting things done, organizing them. Creativity, right? Being creative, coming up with new solutions. It's kind of like problem solving, but it's just a different way of saying that you are creative. You can be an important person in a company if you are creative. If a situation occurs, they say, oh my goodness, Afifa, you are so creative. What do you think we should do? Right? And Afifa says, oh, this is a new situation, but let's think of some new ways to help this situation, to solve it. Creativity. Emotional intelligence, I was going to put, but forget it. Attention to detail is kind of similar too. Sorry, I named so many when I was looking through them. Responsibility, responsible, right? Taking responsibility for your duties, owning up to your mistakes when you make a mistake, okay? So you want to be responsible. If your manager says, hey, Vanessa, I need you to get these 5 things done today. Vanessa says, oh, I don't want to. I don't have time. I don't feel good. You're not being responsible. Right? You need to be responsible of your tasks. Okay, so those are some really, really good. I also think I didn't put this, but leadership is one. To be a leader, to be motivated. That's kind of not really a skill. These are more skills, but okay. So those are soft skills. Those are some really good soft skills. You can use anyone that you want. I'm just trying to give you examples. Okay. Hard skills is going to depend on your job, okay? If you are a dental assistant, you're not going to put, I'm good at computer software, right? That's not going to help Elvis, right? Your hard skills are what you are specifically good at with your degree and your work history. Okay, so I just put examples, right? Like if you're computer software, if you're a designer, you would say a design or a marketing person. If yours was accounting, you'd put mathematics. Or for Melvin, for example, he has to look at like a blueprint and look at different things for construction, right? So he might say, I need to, be innovative, looking at mathematics and looking at the way that a blueprint looks like. Or if you are Gonzalo and you're a carpenter, you need to know math to cut, where to cut things, right? So he might say, my mathematics skills are wonderful because I need to know that to be very, very precise, right? To be very good at where I can cut things as a carpenter. Okay, so again, these are just examples. All of you, listen to me, all of you need to put that you are bilingual in Spanish and English, or in Arabic and English, okay, as a hard skill. That is a really good hard skill to have. Very, very good. Okay, so you might put proficient in, okay, so you might not want to say fluent, because maybe you're not fluent in English, but I think you could. But you could use the word proficient, which means like you understand most of it. Proficient in or bilingual in, then put your first language, Spanish, Arabic, and English. That's a hard skill I want to see on all of your resumes. Okay?
Okay.
So that's really important. Okay? Then these are just other soft skills that I was seeing along the way that are very similar. Communication, teamwork, responsibility, creativity, problem solving, leadership, extrovert, right? You're communicative. You have good people skills, adaptable. Openness is kind of dumb. Adaptability is the same as flexibility.
Mhm.
And then I wrote your hard skills. It depends on your job. If you want to look up, or research is a better word, on the internet, you could say hard skills for engineering job, hard skills for teaching job, and you will get a list in English just to look at, to give you ideas. Okay, so if you need help with your hard skills, I recommend doing that. But your hard skills are skills that I can't give you good examples because it's going to be different for all of you. Okay, I'm going to send this in the WhatsApp group right now.
Yeah.
Okay. And I want you first, do you have any questions at all about skills, different skills? So I want about 3 skills, soft skills, 3 or 4 soft skills, 3 or 4 hard skills. Okay. And what you're doing is, just a moment. And again, I'll send this in the WhatsApp in just a moment. But I wanted to show you, here it is. Okay, so on a resume, and each resume looks different, they have skills right here. Okay, so it's Maria, so she has her name, she has her summary, her experience, and then underneath is her skills. Okay, so she wrote, this is for a teacher. Confident teacher of English grammar, speaking, reading, writing, listening, and pronunciation. That's a hard skill. Amicable and approachable. That's a soft skill. To be approachable means friendly. Soft skill. Thorough in lesson planning. She can plan lessons and whiteboard work, which means she's good at teaching on a whiteboard and using writing skills, those kinds of things. Okay, that's a hard skill. Experienced in the classroom and one-on-one settings, which is tutoring, right? If I'm just tutoring one student, that's another hard skill. Fluent in English and Russian, that's another hard skill. Competent in supervising and training new recruits, new people, that's another hard skill. Okay, so if you have 2 soft skills and 5 hard skills, that's okay. In my personal opinion, it's better to have more hard skills, right? Because it's easy to say, oh, I'm friendly, I'm nice, I'm motivated. Okay, like that's good to have some, 2 or 3, but focus on your hard skills too. Okay, so these are just examples, but the resume template I will send to you. I can show you it. I just finished it. Okay, so this will be, it's all not filled in because you will fill it in, but I have your skills here on the side. Okay, so most of them put the skills on the side. Okay, so you will write your hard or soft skills. It is okay to have a small, like 4 or 5 words, like the example you just saw. So you could say like proficient in mathematics and whatever. Like that's okay to use those words. You don't just have to say motivated, responsible, math, whatever. Like you can write a few words for each one. Does that make sense? So like proficient in Spanish and English. That's a good skill. Okay. If you need help, you can always look online too. Okay. So what I'm going to have you do is over the weekend, maybe you were thinking about this. I asked you to think about it, but just a second. Top share. Okay. But if not, that's okay. I want you to get into groups. I will put you in groups. So I'm going to stop recording for a moment.